Hello. So the next challenge is out, and this was round 2. Basically, the gimmick of this one is that you had to have as many towers as possible with all of the pops evenly spread throughout of them, and honestly, I did not like this challenge. It didn't really require much skill at all. There was like a little bit of skill, and the rest of it was just like RNG and grinding out a more optimized solution by slowly tweaking the order of which you buy things. So yeah, that's kind of why I didn't really like it. I did not really get a good score on this because I did not really spend a whole lot of time on it. But yeah, I got around 14,600 points. So I mean, I guess that's decent, but it's really, really not that good of a score. And I'm really nervous because I might actually lose this round. It would be kind of bad if that happened, but there's like a kind of good chance that will happen because the score is just not that good, and the other person I'm going against, I have a fear that they got a pretty good score and tried to beat me. So yeah, like the person I'm going against, I beat them in the last round by over 60,000 lives. They had 820,000, I had 880,000. So I'd say I'm a fair bit better than them, and I was seeded way higher. But for something that like doesn't require skill and you can like easily beat someone else just by grinding a ton, and I did not grind a ton. Yeah, I kind of have a fear against that. I probably should have played a bit more, but I did not. So if that happens, I wouldn't really care. It wouldn't be the biggest issue in the world. But yeah, it's fine. So the towers I went for, starting from the top all the way down to the bottom, we have the, what's that called? Nobody uses Cookie Monster. It's the Transforming Tonic. Yeah, Cookie Monster is the better name. And then we have a Crisp Cluster, Ultra Juggernaut, the Summon, no, not the Summon Phoenix. How am I so bad at this? Jesus. That's the Necromancer, yes. I swear I'm like not high or something. It's just really early in the morning. So Necromancer, and we have the Ring of Fire, Turbocharge, and then down there we will have the Aircraft Carrier, and then the First Strike, Full Auto Sniper, and the Operation Dartstorm. Okay, yeah, those are all the towers, and basically what you do is you just find 10 towers that kind of can get 80,000 pops, and then you slowly start to tweak the order in which you buy the towers and buy the cross paths. That's really how you optimize the time to be better. So like you say one run, the Necromancer got like 87,000 pops. That means you're just going to buy the Wall of Fire crosspath on the Necromancer a little bit later, and then see how it goes on from there. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying when it's just like RNG and grinding, because you can really get a better score if you constantly replay and tweak the littlest things all the way down to when all the towers are within like a 500 pop range, and I did not really do that. These towers are kind of within a, I think it's like a 6,000 pop range, although those are kind of the outliers. Most of them did pretty well within 1,000 pop range, but there were like a few that were a little bit lower or a little bit high. But one thing to note is that maximum score, which means that every single tower has the same exact amount of pops, is possible with a trick, and I think this is how to do it, but I just can't get the other part of this. And if it's not, then that would be very stupid, because I spent like 2 hours staring at this to see how to get it. So it's just have the Arctic Wind and then use Total Transformation to sell towers. So then when the towers are sold, you can do something else where the towers all get an even amount of pops. That part I could not figure out, and if that isn't the trick to get max score, I really want to see what it is, because I have no clue after that. So yeah, that's kind of all. I hope I move on, I kind of want to see what the max score trick is, and that's all. Goodbye.